Good evening, everyone. I am Achmad Zaki, and I represent Human Initiative. We are an Indonesian-based humanitarian organization. Today, I'm honored to speak at Regional Humanitarian Partnership Week about promoting innovative financing through local values. Let's dive into how innovative financing can bridge the gap in humanitarian funding and drive sustainable development. To set the stage, let's look at the current humanitarian need. According to Global Humanitarian Overview 2024, 299.4 million people are in need humanitarian assistance. However, only 35% was funding received in 2023, leaving a significant gap of $36.8 billion US dollars. This shortfall highlight the urgent need of alternative financing solution. The challenge extends beyond humanitarian aid to achieving the Sustainable Development Goals. The UNTAD's report indicates a substantial gap in annual investment needed by key SDG sectors. This persistent gaps underscores the necessity for innovative financing mechanism to support both humanitarian and development goals. Innovative financing offer promising alternative. This include Islamic financing, like zakat, infak, sedekah, and wakaf, as well as non-traditional funding source, as well as impact bond, impact investment, and social enterprise. This mechanism can mobilize resources effectively and sustainably. Let's focus on Islamic financing. Historically, Islamic philanthropy in Indonesia has shown significant potential. For example, the collection of zakat, infak, and sedekah has grown substantially from 2002 to 2019. This growth demonstrates the untapped potential of faith-based funding instrument. To illustrate, the potential fund of zakat in various sectors is substantial. For instance, zakat from salary income alone has potential of 9.934 billion US dollar. Leveraging this fund can significantly contribute the humanitarian and development efforts. Blending Islamic finance with impact investment can further enhance its effectiveness. This approach not only aligns with religious principles, but also ensure that funds are used for impactful and sustainable projects. Indonesia Zakat Management Organization have utilized this principle to various programs. For example, emergency response and rehabilitation efforts are supported by Zakat and other Islamic funds. This program has shown significant improvement in community livelihood and resilience. Given that Human Initiative is not a registered Zakat organization, we have adopted social enterprise as an innovative financing strategy. One notable example is our layered chicken farm project in South Sulawesi, Indonesia, which addresses high stunting rates by providing affordable protein and creating local employment. The layered chicken farm models involve local communities at every step, from shareholder to local suppliers and also distributors. This project not only ensures nutritional support, but also boosts the local economies and create jobs. Our journey with the layered chicken farm model has been remarkable. Starting with 4 productive layers in 2022, We expanded to 7 productive layers in 2023, achieving a net profit 11.8%. By 2024, we aim to complete a 13-layer house to maximizing productivity and sustainability. The impact of our project over 2 years is significant. We have shared over 13,000 US dollar dividend to rural cooperatives, create sustainable revenue for local distributors, and supported local suppliers, particularly farmers. To summarize, faith-based funding instruments like zakat are growing and should be encouraged for broader utilization. Developing social enterprise models can ensure organizational sustainability while supporting humanitarian operations. Lastly, creating income-generating opportunities for affected community is crucial. In conclusion, innovative financing through local value is not just a concept, but a practical solution to bridge funding gaps and drive sustainable development. I encourage all of you to explore this mechanism and consider how they can be integrated into your work. Thank you for your attention. I look forward to any question you may have and further discussion of this important topic. Okay, thank you. I think first of all, I want to describe the potential Islamic financing in Indonesia. There is huge potential Islamic financing in Indonesia. For example, based on the latest data from organization Government of Zakat, Basnas, the potential of zakat in Indonesia is around 16 billion US dollar per year. 16 billion US dollar per year. And the potential of wakaf is around 10 billion US dollar per year. Very big, huge potential of Islamic financing in Indonesia. But we consider there is some constraint about how to maximize the utilization of this huge funding. The first one is collectibility. Until now, the collection of Islamic funding in Indonesia is below 10%. Below 10%. So there is 90% of this potential is still in the community. And the second constraint, I think, is the understanding of community that this Islamic funding is only can be used to local need. To local need. So if we want to expand the utilization to another sector or another region or another country, there is some constraint of this. And also Indonesian regulation of zakat have the limitation to distribute this zakat. Then they consider that we must fulfill the local demand first, and also after that we can distribute to around our community or our region. This is the picture of the potential of Islamic funding in Indonesia. And we, Human Initiative, not directly organize this funding because we have sister organization. The name is Initiative Zakat. Initiative Zakat is our sister organization. Because the regulation is have the different from zakat, infak, and other fund. So Initiative Zakat have the ability to organize this potential. And to answer the question, how to manage the fund to become the successful outcome for everybody. Yeah. So I think the rules is business rules. I think like that. The first time we must study about what is the problem, what's the need of the community. So after we know the need of the community, the problem in the community, so we can calculate what is the demand, what's the big of the market. And so this data is very important, because if we have no this data and we just make the action, so I think the business will not go well, and then the fund will go on. Yeah. They think after we know the demand, we calculate the scale of the market, so we run the feasibility study. For example, our layer chicken farm in Central Sulawesi, before we running the operation, we discussing very long time about feasibility study, how this project feasible, economical feasible, social also feasible, especially economic. We put several indicators. This business will be running well, yeah? Like return of activity, payback period, net present value, and so on. Yeah. So after we came with the approved calculation, so we running the activity. We running gradually. We start from 4 layers, and we monitoring the activity. We make the administration is proper, accountability is good, yeah? And then after that, the next year we expand to 7 layers, and this year we aim to fulfill our capacity to 13th layer in our area, around maybe 6 or 7 hectares. Yeah, and our area, 2 hectares. Oh, sorry, 2 hectares.
Even that is big.
And we plan to expand after this. So, how to implement this fund to be successful? I think we must consider about how is the rule of business, the economic factor, the social factor, and so on. And then we go with proper accountability is good. And then I hope the next we will grow up the scale of the activity bigger and bigger. Thank you. How is determined? The calculation is come from Indonesia Zakat, government of Indonesia Zakat organization. We call Basnas, yeah, Basnas, and they have the calculation about come from the total of population, Muslim population, how is the income person, and they have special calculation. So the figure is come. Yeah. This is the potential. and they come from the calculation from Basnas, Indonesian institution of zakat. And how is the collection? The collection only from the Basnas, Indonesian regulation data, under 10%. This more easy to calculate because we have annual zakah in national level and province, and so they must report every month, and the government calculate, so the figure is like that. I think this is the question.
Just for contextual reference, 10% is about 30 million population, right?
Yeah, to Muslim population in 10% from the potential.
10% from the potential.
So from the potential 16 billion mentioned before.
Okay. So
That's your
that was the question.
The question is why 90%?
Why is 90% not collected?
Yeah.
That's your question.
Yeah. I think I already explained to you. The most constraint is the understanding of the community, Islamic community, about the obligation of zakah, and also maybe the trust maybe of the zakat organization in Indonesia. So this is our homework, very big homework, to educate people to make they have the good understanding about this obligation, so they can pay the zakat for Indonesia. I think this is the big, very big problem, education to the people. And this is confirmed because based on our paper, our conference in Indonesia, this is the number one problem, how we make the socialization about this obligation, how zakah, how infaq, sadaqah, waqaf, and so on, can improve our life better from now. I think this is the biggest problem.
So it's not compulsory. It's not compulsory that you have to pay.
Zakat is not.
Yeah.
Why is it only 10%?
Regulatory, not compulsory. Regulatory. I think if we can make the good movement if the government make it compulsory. Not compulsory. This is a personal obligation.
To sort of pay back that original investment. And I don't mean that like pay back what you originally put in, but to make it so that it was like truly profitable.
Our chicken farm layer in central Sulawesi, we get the expertise to run this activity. We get the people who have a very long time experience in chicken farm, and so they understand the food, they understand the poison, so they become our team. And then we involve the local community, not only as a worker, not only as a supplier, but also as the owner. We share some of our share to a local partner. We initiative to make them the cooperative, kooperasi in bahasa. So we give some of cooperative, some of share. So they feel they have own this activity. And then the price is a market price. This is I say before, we study about the demand. There is the gap about supply and demand of eggs in central Sulawesi and also in North Sulawesi. So there is a very big gap, supply and demand. So we produce the
the egg, and the market will accept it with market price. This is the answer. Thank you.
So yeah, no time for closing. A round of applause for our panelists.
Thank you very much. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Alhamdulillah, saya bisa menghadiri acara Regional Humanitarian Partnership Week Asia Pasifik di Bangkok tanggal 10 sampai 12 Desember 2024 dan berkesempatan menyampaikan makalah dengan tema inovatif financing with local value to humanitarian activity, dan tema tersebut mendapatkan sambutan yang luar biasa, terutama menyangkut potensi zakat, potensi wakaf yang besar di Indonesia, dan juga salah satu pilot project yang dilakukan berupa peternakan ayam di Sulawesi Tengah. Mudah-mudahan acara ini menjadi inspirasi bagi semuanya, karena ide itu ternyata mau diduplikasi di Afrika, skema usahanya seperti apa untuk pemberdayaan masyarakat. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.